back to my channel. My name is T. I love all things skin and beauty, and I also love indie makeup. And today we have another indie makeup palette to try out from Notoriously Morbid. I love pretty much all the things that I've tried from Notoriously Morbid. I think it is an amazing brand with an amazing eyeshadow formula, and the color stories that they come out with is definitely unique. They're also handmade, but it is definitely a small indie makeup brand, and I know that not everyone wants to purchase from an indie makeup brand that does releases and then takes longer to ship them out. However, you have to give them grace, you know, just give them that grace, because it's even harder to be running a independent business all on their own and shipping a lot of product, because they're coming out with a lot of fun stuff. So I can't wait to play with this palette. I think I also have some Juvia's Place that I also want to try out. Fenty Beauty. I did a haul with Fenty Beauty and I just stocked up on some stuff that I needed. I need all the things that I can get that is fungal acne safe, if you feel me. If I tried it once and if it's good and it hasn't broken me out, then, you know, I gotta repurchase it. So Fenty Beauty's tinted eavesdrop blurring tint definitely got repurchased during this haul. Same thing goes for her concealer. This one is probably the only black owned concealer that is fungal acne safe that I have, so I had to stock up on some other colors just to try out, because I do like a light and a, you know, a little bit deeper concealer. And then I also like a concealer that is closer to my skin tone, just because when you have them lazy days and all you want to do is just conceal and move on, that's what you need sometimes. So without further ado, let's get into this video first. So the palette is the Toxic Love palette. Look at this. Look at this design. I had to get it. I had to get it. I had to get it. This design is amazing. Oh my God. And then like you have the back and it pretty much shows you the color story, the different shades that they have. Are they lip safe? Are they not lip safe? For those who like putting shimmers and stuff over their lips, that it couldn't be me. But yeah, so we have these right here. Ain't this cute? I am so excited to try this one out. So quick, let me put on my face primer and my eye primer. Again, I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip. I'm testing this out. I don't really like it much. I don't know. So we're gonna try that out, and then I'm gonna use the NYX eyeshadow primer as well. So let's go. So I think for this primer, I guess maybe it's because, like, for me, I don't see much of a difference or like a grip, especially once it dries down. And it's like how a good regular primer would really act, if you feel me. Like, it's not life-changing. Like, I don't know, don't believe the hype, but yeah, it definitely gives you that glowy look, makes you look dewy, and your skin looks hydrated. But as far as like the stickiness, like I honestly think It's alright. It ain't that life-changing. Like, I could have just went with my Lancome Le Base Pro primer, if anything, because it's not much of a difference to me, at least to me. We're gonna start playing with this. I already did, again, I already put down my eye primer, and we're gonna go in with this palette here. Now the names are only in the back, but I believe when you turn it, when you like turn it over, it should reflect where the shades are. So first things first, I'm gonna go in with Silent Treatment, but it is powdery, so I have to get used to not covering the camera with the eyeshadow palette. Like, I'm new to this, so the mattes are always pigmented. Like, I don't really need to do much. And real quick, I am using the E16 eye brush from Adept Cosmetics. I've been really loving these brushes. Like, this is a cool way to create like a nice food day type of brush with like recyclable fibers, and pretty much everything is like recyclable. Even the handle is, and it's handcrafted in Japan. Like, y'all did this. Like, I can't wait to see what is gonna be next for Adept Cosmetics and Notoriously Morbid, because they're coming out with a lot of like eyeshadow palettes and lip liners and lipsticks, and like, Indie is really doing it. So I'm happy. But yeah, it didn't really take me that long to like really make it pigmented and to like blend it out. But I'm probably gonna go back in with another matte, and I kind of want to use either this periwinkle shade or the purple. Maybe I'll use both. I'm not entirely sure, but we shall see. But you can kind of see how it's, you know, a little bit powdery over here, but not too bad. I'm gonna go in with that periwinkle shade, which is, it is the Deceit shade. So I'm gonna go in with that. I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm just gonna tap it like so. I don't really do like cut crease. Like, I probably should, especially when you're like getting ready. Like, I ain't got time to be doing a cut crease like that, but it is showing up quite well actually, so that's good. I just love their mattes. All right, I'm gonna dip into the first shade that I used, which was Silent Treatment, and with Break Up, which is Lip Safe. is a Lip Safe Matte. And I'm just gonna use this on the crease. I mean, not the crease, the outer corner. Just to deepen it up a little bit. I think this could work. If not, I'm gonna have to go in with another, I'm gonna have to go in with another matte. Let me pull out the blends palette here. You know, sometimes with Notoriously Morbid, sometimes you kind of have to go in with another eyeshadow palette, which I'm fine with. I have the blends palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, so I'm pretty much good with that. All right, so I just dipped into that black matte that's in the Blend Bunny palette to deepen up the outer corner. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and again use the Stick to It foiled eyeshadow and glitter primer from Clarity Cosmetics. This in with this, what shade is this? This is Narcissus. Is it Narcissus? It's the next to, yeah, it's Narcissus. So this is, but yeah, this is Narcissus. Oh, this is, you know, this is why I love Notoriously Morbid. I think it's a shimmer with some like sparkles in it. Let me see if I can show it. So yeah, we're gonna put this next to it to brighten it up just a little bit. That's what we're gonna do, so. All right, let me see if I can play with one of these flat brushes that they got in the Adept eyeshadow brushes. See what that does. Like, I see the sparkle when I turn my head, but I kind of want to go with something else. So let's see what else we could do to brighten it up a little bit more. They have this like whitish beige color called Rebound. Right, is it Rebound? I think it's Rebound. Is it Rebound? Yes, Rebound. All right, so Rebound looks like this. It's more of like, I think, a shiny matte. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think this would be better. Yup. So this is kind of like what I'm going for. I prefer more, at least for this look, a lighter inner corner shade. So yeah, a finger is definitely better with these. And I'm gonna go back into the other shade that I used. And again, this is first impressions. Look is definitely different than like what I normally do. Now again, their shimmers are not like Adept. It's totally different. Especially with this palette, but there are some other palettes that have like multi-chromes and duochromes that I absolutely love. That's one thing that I like about Notoriously Morbid, but I don't think these are like special shades. I know that this gotta be a chunky shade right here. That gotta be like a chunky shade. But yeah, so this is pretty much the eye look, and we're gonna move on to the face. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer just to clean the under eyes a bit because it is still some fallout here. So for the Eavesdrop tint doesn't really like cover a lot, so that's why we're going in extra with the concealer, because I do have some pigmentation, some hyperpigmentation going on, but that's what we're gonna do right now. And let me take one of these brushes here. I'm gonna use the BK brush this time. This is the 113, and I'm gonna spritz my spray. Once I find my spray, here it is. I like using the LYS spray. I'm literally almost done. And I'm just gonna spray it over my BK Beauty brush. And we're just gonna go right in. Yeah, see, I'm not really liking the primer because I prefer like primer that is a little bit more blurry but matches well with my skincare. Just because skincare is already hard to find for someone that has fungal acne. So I need to make sure that whatever I put on my face as like a prep for makeup, that it matches well, because it is so hard to find skincare and makeup that is fungal acne safe. So, but yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I'll still try it because I don't want to like waste money, but like this will not be, at this moment in time, I don't think I would repurchase this Milk makeup primer. So I just real quick put on the blur, the Eavesdrop, just like a drop of it, because the way that, because I like to put primer over like my hand and use like my hand, the back of my hand, as kind of like a palette when I do my makeup. It's just much more easier and quicker for me. But that primer started to peel when I was trying to swatch the shadows, and that has never happened to me. Like the Lancome one doesn't do that. So like I can't even like see it's kind of lifting this up a bit. Why am I always right with stuff that I don't like? I'm like, I'm not gonna like it, and yep, I'm not gonna like it. Like, all right, let's try this again, because it's just the way that this is not sitting right is crazy. Yeah, not liking it, sorry. Not liking the primer. I'm still gonna test it out, but I'm always gonna complain when it's not gonna work. So, but all right, this is the best that I can do because I don't want to touch it or disturb it. So we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna move on. Don't like that. All right, we're gonna use the Juvia's Place bronzer, cream bronzer, and move on. So I really like the Juvia's Place cream bronzer. It's really pigmented. It blends out amazingly, I should say. So I'm also excited to test out her cream blushes. So we're also gonna play with that as well. This brush right here just to make it a little bit more detailed because I don't want to mess up my headband. Again, like it's the primer. It's the primer. Yeah, this, do I want to continue to use it and just suffer? Y'all can keep that primer because that is just, it's just not for me. You feel me? It's just not for me. That primer can go, and we're gonna continue to move on. This is the Juvia's Place Cream blush in Wild Rose. So this is what we're working with. The Wild Rose is one of my favorite shades from the liquid formula. And I'm gonna clean my brush off. Again, like whenever I'm going from a powder, cream, or different products, I have a microfiber towel and I just wipe it off and move on to the next. So we're gonna take the same brush we used before and go in with this blush here. See, you know, Juvia's Place. This is amazing. Already, it's already like pigmented. Okay. It blends in really nicely. See? Juvia's Place. I see you. I didn't have to do anything. All right, we're gonna go in, again, wiping my brush off, and then we're gonna go back in with the powder. So we have the powder bronzer and the powder blush duos from Juvia's. And I picked something that will look similar to what I was using, like a similar color, so we'll see. All right, gonna go back in. Now this is the bronzer duo. Yeah, maybe the powder will make this base better because honestly, this primer is not doing it. Not liking it. All right, now we're gonna move on with the powder blush. This is so the bronzer one was dark and the blushed one is volume 5. And we're gonna pick this shade right here because this looks like it's the powder version of the Wild Rose shade. So I'm gonna wipe off my brush again. Yeah, everything is working right. So I honestly think it's the primer because I still see a lot of texture. Like it's not sitting well on top of the skin. And usually these products, at least the ones that I've tried before, like Eavesdrop doesn't do this. Like it's separating. So, yeah, unless I picked a primer that doesn't match well with the Eavesdrop, because you know that kind of like ratio, like water-based versus silicone versus, you know, so maybe it's on me. Maybe I made a mistake. My bad. I don't know. But that will be the last time I'm gonna use that for sure. I'll probably give it to my sister. Maybe they'll like it. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Colé powder and go over this because this is another thing that I don't like is that I love a good dupe, but not like when it's showing that I'm sweating. Like, I don't think I like. I don't think I like that. All right. I mean, the powder is good. I love the powder. It's really fixing what's happening here. Yeah, this is so much better because I don't know what was going on there, but all right, I'm gonna try the Laura Mercier baked. It's like a baked powder formula. It is their Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Pressed Powder. Because the way that my under eyes are, I wonder. Okay. Okay. It's very thin, but not too thin, which is something that I need right now because I went over with the Colé Loose Powder on my under eyes, but kind of want to still brighten it up a little bit, but not too much. Okay. So this is what we're working with. I'm just mad that like the primer was acting up the way that it was. That's what I'm upset about. But this is probably gonna go to my sister. Did y'all see that Patrick Star glitter? That glitter setting spray, Lord. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. We're gonna move on. That was crazy. I'm using their gel, their brow gel from the Colé line. Glad that it's clear too, because I already put my base on. Okay, that was good. I'm gonna let it dry down. I'm not gonna touch it. But yeah, so this is what we're currently working with. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lip and we'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna try out another Adept Cosmetics Simplicity gloss. I believe they're probably repackaging this or something because they're all on sale on the website. And so is the Viviette palette. So, okay, so it's this one. So this is more of like a golden type of shade. So this is what it looks like. One thing about this one is that like this formula is very nice and thin. You don't feel the glitters, which is great. Yeah, it's just really thin, really moisturizing. Yeah, so I'm telling you, Adept be doing something. Like, it is so thin. And like you can see the reflex of the glitters. But just because it looks like this, it's not going to look like that on your lips. I think I might like this more than the Fenty Balm that has all those glitters, because it's not thick. Like, I feel like that one's a little bit too thick for me. This is nice and smooth and a thin layer, but it gets the job done. Yup. All right, so we have another winner. And this shade is bare minimum. Definitely giving the bare minimum. But it's giving what it's supposed to give, at least to me. So that's good. But yeah, like, I think they're changing the packaging of this because the packaging looks different on their website than when I received them in the box and like for my haul. Because, like, listen, every single one of these products that I've tested out or shown on my channel, I have 100% purchased myself. I don't get PR. I don't get free stuff. I don't get freebies. I don't get none of that. So what I'm saying is the truth, okay? And it's what I believe in. And I'm not going to purchase from a brand that, like, it's either I don't like their product or I don't like the company of like how the brand is treating other people or creators and things like that. Like, I'm going to show it on my channel because I've already purchased it. They already have my money. So all of the things that are happening with Clarity Cosmetics and, like, you know, Huda Beauty, because, like, from my other video, which should be probably posted, I did talk about how Clarity Cosmetics, Huda Beauty, Patrick Ta, they're all, like, are cut. I'm not purchasing anything else from them. I'm just, too much shit is, like, going on. Like, it's too much going on with these companies. So I could say here and now that, like, all the stuff that I purchased is with my own money. So when I say something is good and that y'all need to check out some of these brands out, like, indie makeup is where it's at. Oh my God, I have some new lip glosses in my collection that I absolutely love. I'm so glad I did the plunge and decided to test them out. So that's that. The lip liner that I use is from Juvia's Place too. It is the Luxe Liner in Cola. One thing about these lip liners, they're nice and smooth and creamy and pigmented, and it's easy to reapply. Like, I know, like, it doesn't really last that long, but it's still really giving what it should be giving because it's a creamy formula. So obviously it's probably not going to last as long as, like, another lip liner would that is maybe not that creamy. But these are, like, one of my favorite lip liners for sure. But I think we're pretty much done. Let me fix my headband. I'm gonna go in with my, I really don't like the L'Oreal Paris telescopic lift. It's too many instructions of how to get your mascara to get it that way. And it's very stabby, so I'm probably gonna get rid of that. But let me see. I have a big Lancome Lash Idol one in my stash, so we're gonna use this right here and now. This is the I think it's in glossy black. Yep, glossy black. I want to try the brown one. I'm telling you, you don't need all those instructions to get mascara to do what it's doing. If you gotta follow 1, 2, 3, 4 5 steps just to get a volume and lift and all that stuff, then that mascara isn't it isn't it. It's just not it. This right here, this L'Oreal telescopic, this what is this? What? I'm throwing that away. Throwing that away. Nope. I like my Lancome Lash Idol. This one's good. Also, the Benefit mascaras are pretty good too. And if you want to dupe, then the e.l.f. ones are good too. I have backups of both right now. So just saying, I stay ready. But I believe this is the look right here. I don't believe the hype and primers, especially primers, because one primer will either make or break your makeup routine, because I mean, the powder is doing something. So it does look better, but I'm just telling it how it is, okay? I'm just telling it how it is. So final thoughts. This primer, this is a no-no. Giving that to my sister. This palette, it is an amazing palette. I love, again, the artwork on this. I have to play a little bit more with it though, but some of the shimmers are definitely different from the other palettes that I have. I have to see if there are some that are special, like maybe duochromes or multi-chromes. So I couldn't really tell. So, and normally it'll show you if it is multi-chrome by making a gradient. So I think these are just like normal shimmer shades that they have in their eyeshadow palette. So nothing really here really about or special really about the shimmers that you're gonna get with the Toxic Love palette. Just FYI, if you are looking for that, you're not going to get it. Again, another one that I tried was the Juvia's Place Cream Blushes. Love this, just like how I love the cream bronzer. This is an amazing shade, and they're very pigmented. You can still see the blush peeking through after I did like the whole powder situation, because I was getting a little bit too glowy with that one. The Colé Loose Powder is definitely a skin melt loose powder. Okay, it melts into the skin, it blurs everything out, it perfects the skin. It is absolutely amazing. It actually fixed what was happening when I was using the Fenty the Beauty Eavesdrop blurring skin tint, because it was breaking apart, and that normally doesn't happen when I use the Eavesdrop. So that's why I think this is the culprit here. So that's gonna go, because I didn't really like it anyways, because I've had my makeup last longer than like what this primer was giving me. So that is a no. Again, the concealer, my try and true. This is the only fungal acne safe black owned concealer that I have. And so if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I did purchase some backups during the sale that they had, including getting this one as well, the Eavesdrop from the sale. So I have 2 shades. I have one for my summer shade and one for my winter shade. So I should be good from there. What else did I try? This powder, I still have to test this out a little bit more with the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Pressed Powder in Translucent Deep. But it's more of like a baked type of powder. It kind of reminds me of the Sephora baked powder that they have. I think it's the Skin Smoothing Powder. It'll be on the screen, but I still have to play a little bit more with that. The only thing is that I believe this is supposed to go with the foundation that they have. I have the foundation, but I can't use it because it has triggers. So that will be going to my sister. Don't want to take me out. You know what I'm saying? Don't want any more fungal acne flare-ups. So I'm giving the foundation to my sister, and I'll just keep the powder since I know powders don't really flare me up. So I should be good there. Again, the lip glosses. These lip glosses are amazing. You don't feel the glitters. It's nice and smooth. And the way that it thins out and you get this nice little like shine and shimmery type of like lip gloss color. It is amazing. I hear that they're coming out with cream blushes or blushes too. Like Adept Cosmetics is really doing it. So I'm really excited for what's to come for their brand. The Colé brow gel is the Ultra Flex brow shaping gel. This is pretty good. I've tried it on and off. It's pretty good. It's similar to the LYS one. But like I typically either use gels or I use pencils for my eyebrows. So I definitely want to continue to try out more Black owned brands and see like what I like instead of just like relying on the Benefit and Kosas, because that one too was like my favorite as well, the Kosas ones. But we'll see where this goes. But I think this is pretty much it. I already talked about the other stuff that I've used before on this channel. Y'all already know I love the Juvia's Place cream bronzer. Y'all already know that like I've been using this like for I don't know how long. This is absolutely amazing. I haven't panned it or anything because I do work in between. I want to make sure that I use all of my stuff that's in my stash. So if you notice that I'm using a whole bunch of other like brands and products, that's the reason why, because I have a big collection. I do want to like show it love. So I'm trying to like use all the stuff that I have. And then same thing goes for this. These powdered blush duos and bronzer duos are actually amazing. It's affordable and it's great for beginners. If you want to start your makeup collection, you would get this at Ulta. You could get this at the Juvia's Place website. Absolutely amazing brand. Go ahead and get that. And then as for the other stuff that I did try the blends palette with the Notoriously Morbid palette, just because there's not a lot of colors to use when you want to deepen up like your outer corner. It's just really limited because most of it is shimmers. Not all of them are mattes, and if they are, they're a little bit more lighter or like, you know, closer to the color story. So the blends palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics is a great palette to definitely have in your collection when you do come across that situation when you need to basically use another matte. As you can see, this right here. So you have a whole bunch of like mattes, gradients to use for a different look. So this is nice to just have on the side when you need something and you would just pull it out and use. But anyways, I think I've covered everything so far. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you like Notoriously Morbid? Have you been meaning to try them? They also have another sister brand called Spellcast Beauty. Those are really nice as well. I have a couple of their palettes. I'm probably going to do a get ready with a new palette that I got from Spellcast Beauty. So check that out. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, comment, share. Everything that I've used will be down below in the description box, along with my Substack. I'm moving my blog over to Substack instead of using WordPress. So if you notice that, like, when you visit my website and it's not working, that's why. My Substack will now be my fungal acne safe blog, where I give reviews and talk about products that I've tried out that are fungal acne safe. That includes skincare, that includes makeup, that also includes some hair care in there, because I also have seborrheic dermatitis right here. So I have a couple of reviews that I want to like move over to Substack that I've already done. And I'm in the middle of also editing a couple of more videos. So be patient with me. It's only me that's editing. But anyways, thank you so much for spending the time with me and watching this all the way through. Again, love yourself, love your skin. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.